Hello, welcome again guys to our ongoing series on remaking Going Home, the game Going Home. I know I've said before that the upload will be daily, but since it's evening here right now and so very quiet, I guess that's better for the not so good audio quality I'm providing you, but hey, it's game dev, so whatever. So let's do this. So where were we last time? Yep. So let me open the project, and the process is taking so long. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I put the laptop to sleep for a very long time. Okay, so let us kill that. How do we kill that? And another Vim. I don't know how to kill a background process here. I guess this is it. So Vim. Alright, there we go. Okay, so let me open the file again. So last time we implemented, we fixed Love Loader, the font loading, and we actually, let me run this, and we made a button class, as you can see here, and we put interaction, like, and then if we click, there's a callback. So what we want to do now, what I plan to do is populate this about state. So instead of just displaying the software use blah 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 here, we can have a scrolling text, right? So a scrolling text from here, then it will move upward, and then so on. So it's kind of like, in cinematic credits like stuffs. Okay, so how do we do that? Let me open my paint again. So there are many ways we can do this, one of which is, I'm thinking, using a canvas. So one way I can think of right now, so I haven't thought of this before, so it's just live, as in live right now. So we have here, this is the main screen, right? So the main screen, or let's just say main display. Then we will put a canvas. So a canvas can have different size than the screen. So how do we pan? Okay, so we have here, like, let's make a canvas like that. Then we put there all the text, all that we want to do, and what I want is and then put like buttons here, like the Twitter, the email, and the browser, and etc here. Then what we can do is, since we have this canvas, so this canvas also has a position. So what we want to do is, every frame we want to move that, and then when it reaches this part, we stop moving. So that's one way of doing this. Now the problem, or the problems with this are, it's hard to make these buttons, like, these are clickables, right? These are clickables. So that means that I think I will have a hard time, like, figuring out the math, how to know if we are in this part right now, so we can click. Well, I'm thinking that since we can predict where they will be at the end, like, this will be their final position. So we can just click here. We just need to use this position and then have a flag, right? Flag that will be set to true if this is already true. That means we can now click. False if, you know, this is still scrolling. So that's one way to do that. Now another thing we can do is, here's our main screen, and then we put a bunch of objects, like each display will be an object of its own. Then we will move them as a group upwards, I mean towards the top though, so like that, like using objects. Alright, the problem with this method is this is too costly, because this is an object, 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 so that is very costly, so that is a big no. Okay, so the third one is, we're not going to use any canvas, but we're still going to draw text, like print, then the buttons. Instead of using canvas, in step 1 we use a canvas, right? So in step 3 we use translate or translation. We just we have this screen, we have this screen, right? So this is a screen, so this is what gets drawn in the screen. So we want the position to translate per frame, so it's going down, right? So that's another way of so what I'm discussing right now is what are the different ways a game developer or a programmer could think of to achieve what we want. But I'm not saying these are all, I mean, if you do the following, it is technically correct, because you can still get the same output, but the performance and the usage and the cost of time will take us to properly manage this is varying from one another. So that's it. So I think we're going to go with number 4, the last method that came to my mind, right? So this is a text, this has a position, right? This has a position. Remember, love that graphics that print has position, so we just move them up like so. Yeah, and I think that's the cleanest way to do this. That's the easiest way to do this. So we just have this, we just have another for loop again, then this will be the base x and base y, then all of them will just follow this. I mean, this will be the parent and this will be the child, and so on. Okay, so let's get going then. Okay, so first of all we want to display the text. Right, we want to display the text like going home, the title, and then revisit. I don't know if I should use hyphen or dash. Yeah, let's just, so then this is a game by then my name Brandon. Now you know my name, blank pairing it. Then of course my favorite, Flam Endless. So let's just, okay, then we want new lines, right? So we don't want all of this to be next to each other, so that's visually confusing. Visually and spatially cheap, but that's not what we want. Okay, so here in draw, what we want to do is have a log base x. Actually, what we just want is base y, and we want base y to be actually, let's put this in load. So if we do change the height at some point before reaching this point, get that. So practice that guide. And then here what we want to do is actually, yeah, you know what, let's just use the translate method, because that is safer, because in translate, right, so here is the screen, so here are the text. So if we're using push, we're like putting this in a container, then pop, like we're putting all of this all the draw elements or the draw calls in between push and pop will be put, like will be grouped and put inside in a container. Then we can just move this container with a simple translate 0 and base.y. Let's see, and then I want base y is equals to base y, so that is height minus 30. Let's just say, I don't know how fast this is, 64 times multiplied by dt, so we get independent speed. And let's try this. As you can see, it's moving. Yeah, it's this easy. Alright, the problem is we don't know when to stop, because we need to actually calculate this whole length, this whole height. I mean, yeah, we can do that, why not? So actually, instead of height, let's multiply that 1.5, so like there's a time before the players can actually see the going home text. And then let's call this final y, I mean total height total height. Okay, so the total height will be font get height, no wait, it will be, so we need to look for I text in I pairs string loop. We need total height, this is the total height plus text get, yeah, because text. Alright, so we need to update total height is equals to 0 for now, and then we need to loop through each element that get that height, get the next height, get the next height, get the next height, and then we need to take into account the pad. So let's move padding over here. Let's also put that in our calculation, plus pad. I don't know why I put parentheses there. Okay, so there we go. So let's say if base y, right, if base y is greater than or equals to total height, then else let's continue moving. Do we want total height? I think we want total height, so because let's say this will be the total height, this will be the total height. We want total height, but we want this to be drawn like here, so this will be drawn here. So we want to actually stop at this total height minus let's see, drop the graphics, get height. I think we should get the absolute value. 58. Now where's that error? It should be font get height. And it's not moving. You know what, let's print first. Okay, so total height. Alright. So it's the total height is 780. So what we want to do is stop at, yeah, we should stop at base wise, and yeah, it decreases, and then we want the graphics that get height minus base y, I mean total height. Yeah, I think that's what we want. Actually no, that's not what we want. Actually yes, it is what we want. I've just made a wrong output here. So let's see if it's going to stop at, of course it's not going to stop, come on. Yeah, we are still printing. No, this should be less than equals. Yep, when do we see that? Print 1, when do we see that? So it's going to be at, there we go. There we go. So this is going to be more like more testing. No, wait. This should be greater than. And let's wait when it's going to stop. Good. When is it going to stop? There we go. Stop right there. Why did it stop right there? Wait, I need to rethink the design. Should we stop? No, we should not. Actually, you know what? We should not stop. Let's put this into a variable first so we can like increase the speed. Okay. We should not stop. The last when we stop or when we skip it, we should see the buttons, right? So first let's do this. So the key release work now. I'm not sure. Let's test this quickly. Yep. Okay. So if key is equals to like, no, even if we press anything, we want to speed up. So let's create a function called speed up, and then speed up is equals to function we want if speed is less than max speed, then speed is equals to speed plus speed increment, right? So actually we want like that, and then if speed is greater than or is greater than max speed, else if speed is less than or equals to minimum speed. Wait, no. So okay, wait, so let's define this first. So local max speed will be 124. Let's just say no. Yeah, let's say 256. So and then minimum speed will be 64, right? So this will be minimum speed. The local speed increment will be only by 64, right? So when we press anything, we want to speed up. We want speed which is 64 for now. Actually, why don't we draw this? So 64, this is the minimum, then the maximum is 56. So we are right here, right? So if you press something, it should be plus 64. So we should be 128, right? And then when we press another button, any button except for the skip button, which we will define later, we will get 256. I mean, no, should be here. Wait, so we can only like skip 3 times. Okay, so when we are here and then we press the button again, we should arrive at here. Should there be a speed up and speed down button? Let's think of our design. Okay, yeah, you know what, let's put if key is equals to W or key is equals to up. Of course, law of symmetry, there should be, I don't know if law of symmetry, whatever, I just made that up. There's a speed up, there should be a speed down. And what do you know? We can just make this into a single function, and then let's see, let's delete this speed up is a function. I'm going to show you later. We can refactor this. I know we can refactor this. Yep, we can. I will show you later. Okay, so first we want speed is equals to speed plus speed increment. Here we have this. Okay, now do you see what I mean by we can refactor this? The only difference between these two functions is the sign, positive and negative. What we want. Okay, so there's another. If speed is greater than max speed, then of course we want to return to speed equals to mean speed. And here it's the opposite. It's less than mean speed. Then speed is equals to max speed. Now we can refactor both of these into a single function, like change speed, and then we have here like sign, right? So what we want to, we're using math, we can just say plus is speed inc multiplied by the sign, right? So instead of saying speed down, we just say change speed +1 and then change speed -1, right? to define that function here, change speed. Do you see what I mean? Then here we can use both of these, put them here, instead of saying and if, let's just say else if. There we go. So for now, when we change the speed, let's just print the current speed. Okay, then I press up, speed 128, and then to 192, 256, then back to 64, and then 128. If I press down, 64, 256, 192, and 128, 64. Okay, so this is working as intended. Now what we want to do, else if key is equals to escape, or key is equals to return, I mean not enter, or yeah, let's just use both of that keys. We want to do escape. Now what I want to do is have a flag here, like flag can escape, like that. So set to false, and then we can press the escape button if flag, then like so, and then as well here, so we don't want to show that first, and of course we don't want to switch, right? We don't want to switch. This is what I really don't like about about this design. Okay, so there we go. So yeah, we can click, we can press escape. We have to wait for this going home stuff. So what we want to do is show some instruction, like else show instruction low graphics, set font. Yeah, it's still set to that font. What I want to say is that the graphics that print. Where do we show this? We show this at the, where do we show this? Here at the right, left, in the right corner. You know what, let's, since we want to properly put that in position, you can say it's string instruction guide. Let's just say guide. So press W or up for speed. This should be in a new line, right? Yep. So this should be a table as well. I'm so sorry if you're confused right now. What the heck am I doing with all this nonsense? I don't know. As I've told you before, I don't pre-plan. Is there such a word as pre-plan? I mean, I don't plan for what I'm going to do or what am I going to code for this series. I'm just like straight away record and then code. Speed down, speed up. Isn't this obvious? Speed up, speed down. Never mind. And then what we want to do is enter or escape or skip. That's it. So what we want to do is have another like font that is smaller, like 16, and of course I need to put comma there. Then we have font and then font guide, and then where's font guide? So font guide, and now we should have something like get all fonts, something like that. So instruction. You should be guide. What am I naming my streams? Okay, guide. Here, what we want to say is, where's that? Love that graphics that set font to font guide, and then we want to have another loop. You know what? Let me just write that loop. Oh no, what happened? For I text in I pairs string guide. That should be guides. This will be text, and then wait, should I really put those in the right corner, bottom right corner of the screen? I mean 3 lines for I think we should like, okay, I am kinda like a perfectionist. I want symmetry, so here, but where should we place the skip? Or just here. You know what, let's just call this and let's see how it looks. So X and Y. X will be get width subtracted by font guide, get width of the text minus pad. Local Y will be okay. So now we have another base Y here. So get height minus total of string guide. No, we don't want over 2. We want times font guide, get height, the text subtracted by pad times total number of this is so long. Okay, and they're on the same line because this should be base Y. We already have base Y here, right? So it's okay. We shadow the variable, so local Y will be base Y plus I minus 1 times font high. This is so long. Plus pad times I offset by 1. I really hope this is correct. There we go. It's properly aligned, right? Yeah, and right. And then we should change pad into like something like 8 instead of 16. So there we go. I think we should change this to 4. What do you think? Yep, 4, and then we should change font size into 8 is the smallest the font can handle. So it's very, very, very small. So let's just say 12 for now. Yeah, it's too small. Let's just say 16. I think that's okay. And yes, since I'm being visually silly, let's create a color for the guide. So we want the to fade in, fade out like that. So local flux will be require modules of flux and then flux. So I put modules first before the source file. So in draw, what we want to do is set color to 1, color guide. Alright, so in update, not in update, I mean in load, we want flux to color. What's happening with my navigation? Color guide for like 1 second. Let's change the alpha into 0. Right, and then on complete, we basically want this to repeat. Right, so let's have this is, I don't know how, but this is being overly direction for the guide. I should have just made a table, but so -1 meaning it's going fade out, right? We're fading out. So what we want to do here is like guide fade. Okay, so guide fade. No, I think I haven't changed since I last coded. Okay, but I mean, come on, seriously, this is not how I really code. I mean, when I'm making my projects that is not under pressure for video recording, I tend to over engineer and over complicate stuff, like refactor a lot, and then until it like it's very abstract, and then well, it works for me. So okay, so if dir is equals to 1, then I'll see what do we name that? Dir guide. Okay, dir guide is equals to -1, then what we want to do is flux to color guide for delay duration of the guide. It's outlining. So duration of the guide, we want the alpha to 0, right? Wait, dir guide should be 1, meaning we are in the one. We are the opacity basically is 1 and then going down, right? And then when that is complete, we want to set dir. Now there's no dir. There's a tiny difference between dir guide and dur guide, duration guide. So that this will be -1. You know what? This is so silly. Why haven't come on, never mind. Let's just say if color guide 4 is equals to 1, right? Else if that's basically, and then 0. There we go. And then we change this to 1, then on complete we call guide fade again. So this is just, I know there is this after, wait, there is this let's try 91. What is the problem? Dur guide, we don't have dur guide. So local dur guide will be 0. So as you can see here, it's kinda blinking fast. Or is it the right amount? Let's say 0.25. That should blink faster, but yeah, we don't want that. Let's make that blink slower. And I think we should change the color to red. Change the color to like gray, more grayish. Yeah, let's just change this to red because why not? There we go. We should see a red instruction there. Okay, so that is done for now. I really think we can never mind, I don't want to overcomplicate that. So we have switch, and now the problem is here. If we press, you know what, let's just put them here. Let's just say else if. There you go. Now we have to escape it. Okay. Else we want to do skip, right? So what is skip all about? So skip, I believe, should put us finish this string, this about string, and then show the buttons. And now instead of making a button return, we should have just used a buttons table, right? Let's find that return button. This will be buttons return. Actually, we don't want return, we just want escape. So BT and return, we will change all of that into buttons escape. And then instead of doing buttons escape draw, we should just say for actually, yeah, let's just use, since this is tiny table, this is just not a big table, let's just use, you can just use numeric index for this table, but pairs, since we don't need the ID, we just want this. This should be BTN, this should be BTN, like so, and then update as well. We just want BTN. So this is why we want to put everything in a proper table. Change to column, change to button, copy this button. Am I seeing any button return? Okay, so this should be, so when we press, okay, so this, so when you press escape, when you press escape or backspace, you know, let's remove backspace. I don't like backspace there. Actually, we want return there. Alright, so if we press escape or return, that should skip, that should show the button, right? So what the skip actually do is just say, like, base Y should be drawn, like, just draw it somewhere far away. we can just say we can just move base x and base x. Now where do we set base x? Base x would be 0, right? And so wait, in update I should just put this here. So in drawing, where's that translate? It should be base x, right? So when we are over, when we skip, base x should just be like, just draw that out of the picture like so. So when I press, let me speed this, when I press enter, right? So that is just drawn somewhere else. Actually, no. Oh my, what am I doing? We don't need this because we only draw this if flag can escape is true, right? So that's it. So we can just say flag can escape because of false. That's it. So when I press wait, why is that? No, this should be not, if not drawing, yeah, if not flag, and then we should change base y to just like 1.25, so not that much. So when we see this, when I press enter or escape, it is still drawn. Why is that? Because flag and escape should be true. Oh come on, I'm messing my boolean variable. So there we go. So we draw this, then we don't draw, then we draw this, and we don't draw this. You know what, this is what we want. So if not flag escape, we should just move this. Yeah, we should just move this here. Then this should be our else statement. There we go. There we go. It should still be working the same, right? So we should name this scrolling text. Then we should name this instruction text. I keep saying instruction, I want guide because guide is synonymous to instruction and it's shorter, it's easier to type. Okay, so what we want to do is skip. Instead of just saying this, we want to draw those. You know what? Why are we wasting our time doing skip? We can just say flag equals to true, right? So I mean, come on, what am I doing? Okay, so we need to create those other buttons as well. So we can say buttons. I'm going to put comment set up buttons, set up scrolling text. This should be set up assets and so on. So the first one will be the Twitter button. I know we don't need this. So the position will be, let's just first draw them. GUI Twitter will be GUI return, and then change that to Twitter. So how about the position? And we need to apply the same principle, but instead of the y-axis, we're going to do this in the x-axis. So let's do this quick because we're already at 50 minutes. So okay, so let me explain really quick. So here is the screen. We want to draw the button, like let's say, how many buttons do we have? I'm going to check real fast. If only my file Explorer open immediately. Okay, so projects and then blah 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 blah, going on revisited. We're running out of time. Images and GUI. Then we have email. Oh man, we have no, never mind. That's just three buttons. What else? 3 buttons, 4 buttons. Wait, email, Twitter. And then this is for the guides because I have a guide for the game. And then yeah, so we have 3: email, Twitter, website. Okay, so we have come on. So email, so let's search for Twitter, CGN, email, CG, website. There we go. Of course we need no we need, okay, I'm not going to make this within 9 minutes. Okay, so what we want to do is come on. Is base x equals to love that graphics that get width over to subtract by the total number. I mean, not the total. We only have 3 buttons, so we want. Oh no, we want 3 over 2, which is 1.5 times, because we have 3 buttons, times multiply that by images, Twitter. Let's just say Twitter get width. Right, so we need, so here we need x, so and then this is 1.5 times 1.5 times 1 whole, and then 0.5 of width over 2 plus padding. Okay, so width subtracted by pad x times 1.5 as well. Alright, so local base y, come on, why is this so hard? I mean, naman, setting up buttons is hard. So we only have, since we have the same dimensions, we can just do this. Alright, so Twitter button will be base. We can't afford to use any loop here. Base x times, because it's at 0, base x, and then base y. We have a lot of base y. Come on, no. We should be come on. So we should be y. Come on, we have a lot of variables over conflicting with conflicting names. And then what, rotation 0, and then the scale will be 4. And then, oh no, we forgot we have center. This offset is going to cause us a problem, believe me. So Twitter, of course, website is in the middle, but this is not sure to join the middle. Oh yeah, it is sure. Website, and then what we want is email. Twitter, the website, email. So base x plus come on, images, GUI, website, get with plus pad x. Here what we come on, images, GUI, email, get with plus pad x. We want to multiply this by 2 because we are in the second index. I really don't think this is going to work. See? 10th index full Twitter and volume. Images Twitter should be GUI. Now we're again. Twitter should be. Come on. Oh no, we're already at 56 minutes. See? Alright, so this is drawn properly except for the website, which is, I don't know why. It didn't understand our scale. So pad should also be multiplied by 2. Do you still like game dev, huh? Alright, so y is our, I mean, we have the same, does have the same height, right? So is that website. Oh, I think this is smaller. Yeah, this is only 8 by 8. Come on, let's open this. Option, the projects. Come on. Assets. Come on, assets. We have images, GUI, we have email, we have Twitter, we have website. Let's open those. So email size is 16 by 15, Twitter size 16 by 15, and GUI website has, let's multiply that by, so it's 16 by 16, but the canvas should only be 15 height. So we need to make some minor tweak real fast. Quick pixel art right now. Come on. No, only one. Okay, I guess that looks like Chrome, right? I really should colorize the assets. I don't know. There we go. Alright, we should just now increase padding by 128. And it's not perfectly, I told you it's not going, not perfectly drawn. Do you see that place the loading like that? Anyways, so since we are using offset, we should take that into account. And this is what should we do? Now I'm regretting all of the stuff that we did. Come on. So we have oh, come on, offset. I hate you. This one. We should only get width over 2. No, we don't need width over 2 because that is already given by our offsets. I think we should base x should be divided. Nope, not yet. Still not there yet. You know what? Since we are doing this the hard code way, let us just hard code this. These are just hard coding. I know sometimes hard coding is what you need. I mean, come on, we are hard coding this. I mean, it's going to be like, yeah. Okay, so we should delete till y graphics get read over to. Maybe after we hard code, we will see the path, we will see the algorithm that we need, and I'm starting to see that. I just need more proof. I mean more variables. Okay, so subtract this by pad x. I think we do now have what we want. So change to y. So love that graphics. Yeah. I'm going to wait. Just come on, give me more time. We're going to perfectly. Instead of graphics over to minus, we want plus pad x. Yeah, that's what we do. See, it's now perfect. See, it's now perfect, right? Now that's what we want, and that is the formula that, and then minus pad x, and then minus images GUI website get read. See, told you, that's what we need. Okay, let's do this again. Get read over to subtract base x, and then this should be base x. This should be base x plus images GUI email get. Actually, we didn't change anything, we just replaced get love.graphics get read over to by base x. That's just what we did. Okay, so let's see. If we increase the padding by 120, it should give us this. But I want website to be at the middle. Twitter. So I mean they have the same GUI. They have the same size, right? So why bother? Because and so on. What? Website is still not drawn in the middle? How come? Oh yeah, because we have this. We want this to be website. We want this to be Twitter, and so on. Now I want. Okay, so we're going to finish this now. Let's see. Here we have call on set callback on press, right? If we click a button, we'll call the switch function. Now what we want to do is set button's website. We want to have something like set callback on hovered, right? So on hover, so we want to have this on hover. So what does on hover do? For now, let's just put that into our buttons class and say set callback on hovered, cb on hovered, self cb on hovered, cb on hovered. And now when we have this, we want to say if self cb on hovered, then self cb on hovered. Okay, but the problem here is, since this is getting checked every frame, the function can be called many times. So what we want to do is have a flag that says that on hovered called. Okay, that sucks. Okay, self is called on hovered. Okay, I know that is a syntax error. Okay, so I mean, come on, this is very ugly. Okay, and say and self is called on hovered not. And if that is still false, and then we want, after calling that, we want to change is called into true. Then if we remove the mouse, if we are not hovering now, we set that to false again, right? But now we want the on hover function. Wait, on hover function should give self, right? It should give self, it should pass self, so we can reference it here. So on hover is the function, the button that the button that is currently unhovered, let's say button sx is equals, let's just say flux to button for 0.25 for 0.5 seconds. We want to set the scale to 1.25. I mean to button.sx plus 0.5. Let's increase the scale by that. I know you can do this one line, like sy equals to, yeah, let's do this, why not, sy plus 0.5. okay, let's try this. So when it should increase, but if you see, if we remove it, doesn't, right, doesn't change. I mean, I think what we want to do is just have a function there, change scale, increase scale, something like that. So let's just say increase scale 0.5, like so. So let's say function button increase scale, delta sx and then delta sy. I know this is, I feel, yeah, it's terrible for me. It's increase scale. So what we want to do is flux to self and duration. Now where do we put duration? That is the problem. We just, so dsx dot duration, and then scale will be updated to self.sx plus dsx dot increment, and then this should be x change to y, change to y, change to y, change to y. If dsy, then if dsx, then this is so silly. So instead of just saying I'm always changing my mind. So increase scale. So you know what? Yeah. Let's say twin scale x amount, and then the duration, and then amount. Yeah. This is why this is always hard for me. I don't know why. Twin scale x will be dn target. Let's just say target, and then duration, and then flux to self duration. Sx will be self.sx plus, no, it's not target, it should be increment, right? This is so hard. You know what? Yeah, let's just do what we did earlier. Okay, let's just do this, and then what we want to do is on complete function button update size. You know why we need update size? Because we need to process again. Update size. So what are we going to do? Wait, why is the rectangle not growing when we change the size? It should be growing, right? Oh, because of the offset, I guess. Yeah, because of the offset. Actually, I don't need this. The rectangle didn't change its size because self.ox is equals to 0 is not equals to 0, or self.oy is not equals to 0, then I'm just doing whatever works for now. I'm so terrible. We want self.x. You know what? No. Yeah, why do we not take into account this? I mean, yeah, how come this is so big? How come that is so big? Come on, I don't understand. See? Then when we remove, and then when there should be another on release on not hover. That name is just not that callback on not hovered. You know what? Let's just say on not hovered. not hover, on not hover, on not hover was the function. Receive the button again, and then let's just say flux to button 0.5, and then change SX into button previous. No, let's just say button SX. Since we know that it increased by 0.5, let's just decrease by 0.5 as well. Okay, so CB on not hovered. CB on not hovered. We should change this as well. It's called on not hovered, and see where do we set that? Come on, there are 2 callbacks. What do we do? Okay, let's say if self CB and not self is called not hovered, then self CB on not hovered, self that is called on not hovered is equals to 2. We set this to false here. Okay, so when we see this gets called right away, so this is a problem. We only want to call this, and self is, wait, really? The self is hovered? I think we should put that here. This is okay, so it works. Wait, yeah, it's shrinking and it's growing. .25 0.5 GM 1.25. Come on, I'm tweaking too many stuff like it's finalized. Yeah, it's finalized. So it works perfectly. The problem is, like, if we do that, alright, this is so another problem that we encountered. This is such a problem. Okay, can you still do this? Yeah, we can. We want to store the position, right? We want to store the position, original, let's just call this temp pos x, and temp, this is not how I would do this really, but it's equals to button dot sx, x change to y, change u to y, right? So if when we release, we want to target temp button x, and then temp pos y. And it's still a problem. because we're storing temp as y every time here. What we want to do is just button. This is so hard. Save original. You know what, let's just say that original. What am I doing with my life? This is really not SX and SY. So what we want to do is this button reset scale by 0.5. This is what's hard with tweening. If duration is equals to 0. No. What we want to do is flux to self as dur. SX will be socket original. SY will be socket original SY. And we need the flux library. Flux require modules. Flux. Look, it's always returning to normal. Like come on. Wee. You see, it's working. The problem is if we're this is the problem if we're scaling and then we're changing the size. We have that problem. Why is the bounding box not updating? I think I know now how to update this bounding box. Yeah, do you believe me? I believe I know now how to update, how to fix that. I think what we need to do is self.feed times multiply by self.sx divided by self.ox. I'm not sure. Second thought, I'm not sure. Why do we get that? Nope. At least we have this. What do you call this? Now it just half of the SX and SI. I think now we should do multiply as well. I mean, yeah, that's too big. Or maybe instead of, I think this is it. It's just a little bit of tweaking. There we go, almost exact. And this is just going to be trial and error until I get the math right. I don't know. I'm not a mathematician. No, there you go. Oh no, there you go. Still the same, but at least. What does rectangle shrink? What if I do like that? Nope. You know what? I'm really annoyed by that by that uh by that string. Where's that string? There you go. I'm really annoyed by that string. Let's do loading. I told you I'm kind of perfectionist. 2D and is that how you do number of decimal? It's 100. If I only do decimal. Oh wait, I need to close that. There we go. It's not a problem anymore. I'm really curious about what's happening with that. So anyways, let's just stop here. I mean, it's not the about state is still not finished. We still have to call this callbacks. Yeah, I mean, we're already very over time. So let's call on back on pressed. Set call back on pressed. Come on, let's just do this. So love.system open URL, and then we want the string https. Oh man, it's my website. It's GameJolt. That's where is that? Where's that site? I think it's in let's find that GameJolt. There we go. No, not GameJolt.io. Website. Nope, I think it's in game state. Website, nope. GameJolt. How do I find? Oh yeah, I have an alias for finding files just in case. Yeah, that's the only GameJolt I have, but that's not. Oh yeah, that is my website in GameJolt, but not the page for going home. Anyways, let's just say URL website. We're going to put that in a different file and like data file or something like that. So for Twitter we have URL. For now, let's just do this. Email is kind of complicated because email is kind of complicated because we are pretty sure we need to use send to. Yeah, no, this mail to. So let's copy that. Okay, so let's change this to URL email. So for now, let's just put all of your. So why not just make this a table? I don't know. Like, I think that's more expensive. I mean, that costs more, right? Don't ask me. I mean, yeah, ask me, but I have no idea. I mean, not literally have no idea. I'm just not that credible source. There we go, mail to and Twitter, and then There we go. If you want to hack me, go ahead. I dare you. No, just kidding. Don't hack me. Okay, so there we go. I don't think. Yeah, there's nothing we need to do now. So let me just clean this. So I assure you that works. I just don't want to open Chrome right now because it's going to log my laptop right now. This is old spec. So I'm guessing that's everything we need for now. Yeah, so okay, so let's talk for a moment about the progress. I mean, for the plan, this I just thought of right now. Okay, so we're not going to touch this about state. We're not going to change anymore in this part. We're going to move. We're going to continue ahead, and probably next time let's get straight to the intro. So I don't want like boring you with all this. Oh, you're editing so many stuff. Like, it's just a simple tweak. It's just juice. Why do you spend so much time? Like, as you can tell, I'm kind of perfectionist in this sort of thing. So before the core framework of the game, I like to, you know, state by state, from splash to main menu to intro to everything, to be properly placed before going straight to the game. I know that's a bad habit, that's a bad practice in game development, but for now, that's just how I roll. Okay, so let's call it a day. I mean, it's already past midnight here, so let's call it morning. And goodbye.